You're listening to the Digital Data Café podcast, where we talk about everything data-driven in your world. Join us each week to hear from the world's top business and industry leaders on why using data in a digital world matters. Here's your host, Albert Thompson.
Good afternoon. Another episode of the Digital Data Cafe. I am Albert Thompson, your host. I am excited to have my guest, the one and only. She's amazing and incredible in the industry. Recently promoted, I might add, to the Chief Marketing Officer of BDC Promotions. Christine Hensley, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. Hi, Albert.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I am so happy. It's a beautiful day here in Florida.
Yes, you are in Florida, right?
We are. We're here in Ocala, Florida, middle of horse country.
Last we saw each other was NADA, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
in Vegas.
That's right. It was a good show, wasn't it?
We keep bumping into each other in Vegas.
We did. And it was weird because the two halls, right? They're so far, but I still kept bumping into you. Yeah.
That's right.
So, Christine, I'm really pumped about this episode for the listeners and for engaging with you. And in particular, because I think there's a lot of evolution, going on with, BDC and how that's really interacting with digital media. But for those that really aren't familiar with you or who you are, why don't you tell the world, who's Christine Hensley?
So I am a single mom here in Central Florida. I never used to be, obviously. So I started out in the business. I started off in advertising. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I dabbled a little bit in art, a little bit in advertising, trying to make my way. I went from the mining and construction industry to wedding photography. And it wasn't until I moved back home in the middle of my divorce, I moved back home to Ocala, Florida, and I met Justin Spett, who is the CEO, the president, the creator of BDC Promotions. And he had this brilliant idea, and he just wasn't sure how to implement and execute this idea. He wanted to do lead generation and appointment setting, but through a live BDC. And he was a car salesman. He has always worked in car industry or the car dealerships, and he wasn't quite sure how to add the marketing aspect into it. So we kind of brainstormed a little bit. He already had a graphic designer on. And so even something as little as showing him how to do a Google spreadsheet, just something as simple as that. And so I showed him my ways. He showed me his ways, because I was a wedding photographer before this. I had no idea. I don't even think I had stepped inside of a car dealership. I think I was at that point, it was a bunch of used cars that were handed to me. It's funny I say that because Justin actually got me into my very first brand new vehicle.
Yeah. I did not know that. I didn't know that. Yeah. And by the way, for the record, I don't think anyone would know that you were not in the industry for 20 plus years. So you're either a really fast learner, or you're just incredibly amazing, or maybe both.
Yeah. So I've been in the industry now for about 5 years. It was about 5 years ago I started with Justin. Obviously I came with about 15 years of marketing underneath my belt, but I just didn't understand the car industry. So he really taught me, and taught me quickly. He brought me into the dealerships. He had me show me all the car deals, how the whole process works. And we went from doing direct mail to social media. And we noticed that direct mail just really wasn't bringing in the success at the quickest rate that we needed. And we wanted to pivot into something that was, and that's when we brought social media, and we created this call center here in Ocala, which is actually right there, right behind this door. So
that is an incredible story. And I've definitely interacted and engaged with Justin. He is incredible. He's super talented, smart guy. But it always takes a person like yourself to help make sure it gets implemented as well. So thank you for sharing that. So BDC Promotions, I mean, is it fair to say, for those listening, at the core North Star, kind of like, main, points of what you guys do, is it a live call center? Is that what the world should know about you guys, or is there more?
Most definitely. So we have a team of about 35 agents here in-house, and they are all Allen Rammed professionals. So they've either worked in customer service or they've worked in the car industry or both. And we've recruited them to come and, help us out. And we do a bonus-based structure, to incentivize. So that makes them want to come to work. They want to talk to our customers. They want to book these appointments. And on top of that, we give back and we give them this training with Alan Ram, and it's just been incredibly successful. And on top of that, we also have a really great core of production crew as well. So we have an ad specialist, we have a lead specialist, we have award-winning graphic designers. Our general manager is just absolutely amazing. He oversees everything, anything from the BDC to our production crew to ad management to lead management, everything. And we all work as a family to create this beautiful product that shows a huge retention, and the growth is through the roof. So
well,
the truth is in the numbers.
It is. And I've seen the numbers, and for any retailer out there that definitely needs that help in lead management, handling leads, I'm telling you, you guys are incredible. I've seen it firsthand. And you know what's interesting, Christine, and from my experience in working in the industry, this is one of the biggest and the toughest challenges that dealers face, right? It's like, okay, great. I can market my business. I can advertise. I've got sales guys here. I'm pretty much set, ready to do business. But once that lead comes in, they're out back smoking, or they're hanging out, or they're not. What are they doing? What are they doing back there? 45 minutes later, they're not answering calls. I mean, but this is why it's so important that you have talented folks like yourself that can step up to the plate and help manage leads, right?
Most definitely. We really want to work alongside their BDC, not against them. So that way we can take the pressure off of them so that they are not stuck to their desk, banging their heads against the wall 24 hours a day. We're there to alleviate that pressure and help them sell more cars. I mean, it's a win-win. I mean, it really is.
It is. And the one part about the business that I didn't really know, and thank you for sharing, is the additional pieces with the advertising, the media creation, the digital marketing. That's something that I think a lot of people probably don't know just from, if they haven't engaged with BDC promotions. So that's interesting to note. And one of the things that you recently shared with me, and I think it's important that we talk about, is what's really starting to happen in the marketing world in terms of social media. And you guys are doing something really special in social media. So I don't want to steal your thunder, but let's talk about that a little bit. What's happening in social media?
So as you can tell, Facebook, Instagram, everybody's on it. Everybody loves it. We spend, what was it, like 70% of all of our users are on Facebook and Instagram every single day. And I think they check it up to like 36 times a day. I think that's the number we're at right now.
Times a day?
I mean, let's be real. We're just pulling up our phones and, whenever we get a little break, we just surf on Instagram, check out, what our moms are doing, what everybody's dogs and cats are doing. They post photos and videos every day. So yeah, they're on whenever they have a free minute, people are on it. But there is a new social media platform that is really taking way, and that is TikTok. And our dealers really want to start engaging and advertising on TikTok.
It's so funny that you mentioned TikTok. I've seen the explosive, growth with TikTok. A lot of people are using TikTok. The first I ever heard of TikTok, it's funny, I have a 9-year-old daughter, when I think she was like 7 at the time when I heard about TikTok. I had no idea what TikTok was. And it just was new to me. But it's really starting to evolve, right? I mean, you're starting to see like educational videos, you're starting to see informational videos.
Oh yeah.
Dealers are starting to get on it, but I still think it's really new, and not a lot of people know, especially from a retailer standpoint. How do I use TikTok to market, and how do I make that really turn into a conversion that means ROI for my business?
That's great. That's a great question. So you can do something as simple as AIA, inventory ads, on TikTok. So obviously you're scrolling and it's the same thing, just like Facebook. Every few videos, boop, an ad pops up, and hello, your inventory flashing, and everybody's already engaged in these videos. They're seeing videos of your inventory. Put some catchy music, find a trending, make a trendy transition, do whatever you have to do. But now it's all being engaged. But here's the thing. Here's how we take it one step further, Albert.
Yeah, let's hear
So
it.
now you have all these people, they're engaging in your ad. Who's talking to them? Where are all those leads going? Who's talking to these people,
Oh
right?
my goodness, we can't even manage Facebook yet. Now you're talking about
That's what
TikTok.
I'm saying.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Blow my head off.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So that's where we're going to take it to the next level. These guys out here, this BDC center, they can go ahead and they can answer those leads in the same manner that we're already doing for Facebook and Instagram.
Interesting. See, I didn't even know that. I did not know that there was an AIA piece with inside of TikTok. So is this something that BDC Promotions is doing today as it stands, or is this coming down the pike, or where are you at with TikTok AIA ads?
No, that's great. We are currently testing on some of our tried and true long-term customers just to make sure that satisfactory results are still there for them and that they see the ROI in that investment. And that's something we're going to go ahead and probably start pulling out around Q3, Q4.
So it's funny that you said TikTok and you brought up social, because I'm a big believer in what I call the 3 S's, right? It's search. So let me take a step back. Everyone thinks the internet's so crazy. It's so convoluted. It's so like, oh my gosh, where do I begin? Well, Christine, it's really actually pretty simple. It's the 3 S's of what I call every consumer journey, right? It's either search. I'm directionally looking for something, right? I'm looking for a Ford dealer in Ocala, Florida. I'm looking for a hair salon in Boston, Massachusetts. Very directional, very bottom funnel, right? And if I'm not searching, the secondary S, which I call a surf, right? So I'm not looking for something to buy directionally at the moment. Typically, we're doing what? We're browsing on our favorite articles, blogs, podcasts, listening to the Digital Data Cafe, right? Lots of cool things that people are out there doing. And then the third S, right, is of course social. So it's search, surf, and social, right? Because think about it. It literally falls into just those 3 categories. And as a dealer, you know, from a media perspective, if you're going to look at that funnel, just think pretty simply, I need to be in those 3 S's in some way, shape, or form.
That's right.
And now we know we're evolving from Facebook, Meta, to now, TikTok. And it's important to get that exposure out there. So is there any other social media that you guys are specializing in addition to TikTok?
We're also gonna test out on Pinterest as well. So I mean, me personally, I'm 33 and I spend a good chunk of my free time divided up between Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. And I know that some of the male counterparts as well, they're agreeing that those are the 4 that we're going to go ahead and focus on for now. Twitter, it doesn't really make so much sense. Honestly, I don't even, did the Google platform, did that ever kick off?
I don't think it really did. I don't think the little, they're like the Google Street thing. No, it didn't. But I will say that what's interesting about what you're talking about is what I call kind of like, the audience, right? There's like generational categories tied to social platforms.
Right.
And maybe I'm wrong. I'm not necessarily the expert in the social category, but I do believe that, to your point, certain age ranges, certain categories of people, attributes will be aligned with Pinterest, or they're going to be aligned with LinkedIn, or they're going to be aligned with YouTube or TikTok, right? So it's important that as the generations tend to evolve, right? The millennials tend to age up, and then say the youngers age up to become, decision makers. We need to make sure that they have a plan in place. And it sounds like you guys are ahead of that game. So I think, one of the other things too that you talked about from the Google standpoint is there's been a lot of things evolving with Google these days, right?
Huge.
Cars for Sale came out about a year ago, and it was in beta, and everyone tried to get on. Well, now everyone's got Cars for Sale. And then recently you've seen the third parties, Car Gurus, Carfax, Auto Trader, post their ads on what they're calling VLA, vehicle listing ads.
They are.
Tell us about that and how that relates to the world of BDC promotions.
So in my opinion, I feel like it's been devastating to your local dealer. I mean, let's be real. Right now, I just Googled a Jeep Cherokee in Ocala, Florida. And you know what came up? Here, I can tell you right now. Let's see who came up. We have Enterprise, Carvana. we have Mullinax, we've got CarMax, we've got Carvana, TrueCar. You know who I don't see? I don't see our local CJDR dealer at all. And I know for a fact, because I looked up their inventory, they have 7 Jeep Cherokees, and none of them are in the VLAs at all. So that's why we've been researching and talking and figure out a game plan. And that's when we saw that now Google is offering to third-party companies to offer a solution to our local dealers to take back power and dominate their own backyards against these national corporations that are just steam powering through and just dominating Google searches.
You know, it's funny that you said that. And you know, my take on it is that obviously it works. If there's a dealership that questions whether or not this works, then ask yourself the first question: why would Auto Trader do it? Why would Carfax do it? Why would Car Gurus do it? They're doing it because they know the power of the consumer journey starts on Google, right?
Definitely.
A lot of it does, right? There's still some Bing, you know, and other, you know, publishers, but for the most part, that consumer journey is going to start right there on Google. And that destination site, whether it be Auto Trader, whether it be Car Gurus, and again, I'm not saying that negative about any of these platforms. They're all good in their own
definitely
rights.
Not. Yeah.
But as a dealer, I want my positioning. I want my placement right at the very beginning of that customer journey. Because if they're going to click on my inventory, I want them on my vehicle details page, right?
That's right. And that's what's so great about this product is it pulls the inventory straight from your website into Google in listings. It doesn't take you anywhere. You can literally search, view, and purchase the car straight right there from your Google listing, right there.
Right.
And you're competing against these people who are putting all of their inventory, or not their inventory, they're putting all of their investment, all of their marketing dollars straight into Google in the for sale listings.
So here's the question that's begged to ask, and I would love to get your insight on this. But if like we said, if those large third parties are investing into Google to put dealer inventory at the very top of Google to drive traffic to their site, right? Now, if that customer goes from Google to that inventory to their site, then you're paying also a subscription to get that lead, right?
That's right.
But if they bounce off of that car, they're not on your site. They're in a list of your competitors.
That's right.
So I don't know. What do you think? I mean, do you think that makes sense for a dealer, or do you think that third party should stand up on its own?
I'm thinking that to make themselves stand out against these other third parties, they have to invest in their marketing wisely and make sure that they are standing out amongst the rest and doing whatever they have to do possible. And personally, I believe that is investing into this GLV so that they can compete against these big box national corporations, and so that they are getting the first at bat to get these dealer or these customers purchasing straight from them.
Absolutely. And the other thing too, Christine, and I take it BDC's also doing these.
They are.
All right.
And
that's good.
Yes.
But you know, Christine, this is the thing is, I'm going to tell you, this is interesting because this is not just like Google ads. I think it's important to note that the VLA ads are built off of a different platform entirely. They're built off of the the merchant platform, the merchant shopping platform, right? Which takes a whole totally different way of being able to stand up ads, push an inventory, manage feeds, manage tile placement. It's just a whole different science. So it's very important that for retailers out there that do partner with somebody, they partner with somebody that knows that particular science, because it's not just like Google ads.
That's right. And what makes us stand out amongst other businesses that are offering this exact same service is that we're able to chat and communicate with these customers in the same fashion that we're currently doing on social media.
Really?
We are. So we're able to funnel these leads into our software and answer these leads in the same way with our live BDC.
So that's huge, because I think from a differential, I mean, this is why I was so excited to talk to you, Christine, because when you told me that, right? I mean, a lot of people now that Google released it, they're all becoming, claim to fame, margin compressions, We do VLA, you do VLA, we all do VLA, but
Right.
when it comes to being able to how and who, you're going to be able to engage with, you guys have a differential here. You have the ability to chat with these customers in real time and engage them. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. And on top of that, we're able to do it in a timely manner. We're professional, we're consistent, and these leads, they're going to be handled in the same professional, nurtured way that we handle it throughout the rest of the internet, whether it be social media, whether it be through dealer database or through Live IQ.
Yeah. So tell us about that. Tell us about Live IQ. I like the name. I like the name. It's a good name.
Sounds familiar, right?
But yeah, it's a great name. I'll anything with an IQ at the end of it is pretty sweet. But I heard a little bit about this. So you guys are doing some stuff with the ability to actually identify customers after they click on the VLAs or anywhere, right? So what is that about? Oh, did I lose you?
Oh no.
Yep, you're good.
Oh, am I good?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. Let's rewind it back.
So we'll go back.
So
We'll go back a second. No, it's okay. So basically, you guys have I heard at NADA. You've just launched a new product called Live IQ, and
We did.
tell us about Live IQ. What's Live IQ?
Live IQ is a way for us to drive traffic from websites. Actually, let's rewind that a little bit. Can we do that one all over again? Sorry,
Yep.
This whole thing has got me all sort of miscombobulated with the
No, it's all right.
I got to get back on the train again. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. So we and NADA, when you and I met, we talked about this new platform that you guys are launching. It's called Live IQ, right? And if I'm not mistaken, well, obviously we love the name, but Live IQ is where the shopper is able to, from wherever they come on and click from, they can come to that dealer or retailer site. And then you guys have the ability to really, and again, I'm so excited about this, but you really are starting to double down on first party data, right?
Most definitely.
And
we're able to take real website traffic and convert it into VIN verified, tax compliant leads.
Really?
Yes.
And then from there, so let me get this right. So you have the ability to have traffic that comes to the site, and through your proprietary system of Live IQ, you're massaging those leads in some way. And then from that, they are engaging or revealing themselves, and you're identifying VIN level information. You're getting them to reveal text compliance. And then you guys now are also then doing what? The BDCs engaging with them too?
Most definitely. So there's a process, right? So you have your consumer, they visit the website. We're able to capture that through Driven IQ. And at that point, within 45 minutes, an email is sent out through Nurture IQ. And we're going to offer the best trade on their vehicle. And they're going to be sent to a quick landing page. And from there, they're going to be asked to fill out a form. And when they fill out that form, they are going to opt into text compliance, which then gives us the freeway to go ahead and text away and take over from there. Congratulations, you have been given this great offer on your vehicle. We would love to get you in and go ahead and start the trade process. We're going to offer an appraisal, and it's all magic from there. And they're bottom of the funnel leads, Albert. These are the top notch. This is the creme de la creme. These are the best.
These are the best. So, you know what I'm excited about? I guess the cat's out of the bag, but what I am excited about is the fact that you guys were able to really put together a really unique system on how to take those first party shoppers and make them because here's the thing is, right, it's one thing to identify somebody, but it's another thing to take that opportunity and bring it further down the funnel. And that's a unique thing, right? Because you got to take that customer further down the funnel before you're going to say, hey, this is a lead. This person's going to then have to say, hey, I'm interested, engage, and then, obviously produce a VIN, a trade evaluation. And then at that point, you've now got VIN, vehicle, year, make, model, customer, TCPA, mobile. I mean, you've got it all.
Everything. Like, what more could you possibly want in a lead?
Well, one more thing, a BDC person to call them.
That's right. That's
there
right.
You go, right? One more thing. I'd like a BDC rep to call them. How about that? So,
Definitely.
so that's Live IQ in a box, right?
Yeah, definitely. So as you can see, we figured out our niche, we figured out what we were good at, and we realized what our customers really want, our clients, our dealers, what they really want. They just want a consistent, reliable BDC that's going to nurture their leads and they're going to help them sell cars. And we're taking that concept and taking it one step further. And we're now offering it across the internet.
You guys are doing great. And Christine, I'm so excited for you, for the team.
Thank you.
Justin's doing a great job.
Yes,
So
yes.
if I'm a dealer or if I'm a listener here and I wanted to work with you guys, I wanted to partner with you, how would I get a hold of you? How do I find you guys?
Most definitely. So you can go to bdcpromotions.com. You can send me a quick email. My name, Christine, at bdcpromotions.com. You can find me on LinkedIn, whatever that might be. One way or another, get a hold of me. Let's sit down. Let's chat. Let's have a coffee. Let's take 15 minutes just to figure out how I can send you more leads, nurtured leads, book appointments, and get you to sell some more cars.
Christine, I love it. You have been wonderful. And by the way, congratulations, CMO Christine.
Thank
Hensley.
you.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Another great episode.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.